Hi Taurus. Welcome, and a very warm welcome to your forecast of November 2017. Come a little closer, Taurus. This month, the Sun is energizing the committed sectors of your chart, putting the emphasis on your most important bonds. Whether it's with a romantic partner, friends or your colleagues, November helps you redraw boundaries and make sure everyone's needs have been properly met. Is there a balanced give and take in your relationships? Do you feel trusting and safe? These issues will come up for review now. The Sun is in your opposite sign of Scorpio until November 21st, spotlighting your 7th house of partnerships. With expansive Jupiter also in Scorpio for the next 12 months, this is a huge moment to get your interpersonal affairs in order and welcome new collaborations. Be vocal if you're looking for, say, a coder to turn your app idea into a viral sensation, or you want friends to set you up with their most eligible romantic prospects. Put it out to the hive mind and see what comes back. Be prepared to hear some constructive feedback and push yourself to be open to it. When the Sun is in your opposite sign, it's like having a bird's eye view of yourself. And with honest to a fault Jupiter involved, you could get an extra shot of truth serum. You, or other people, may observe things about your habits and practices that are a little uncomfortable to admit. For example, a friend could notice that you interrupt people, or that you feel like you have to tell everyone that you went to a top university or have been in your field for more than 20 years, blah blah blah. Does it accidentally come across as arrogant or insecure? Oops. Instead of getting defensive about this discovery, shift your behavior and see what happens. No shame here, Taurus. Our egos are our own biggest blind spots, after all. The November 18th Scorpio new moon opens a once-a-year portal for resetting your relationships and plant the seeds for new connections. This is a great day to sign or negotiate contracts. Single? You could meet someone with long-term potential or decide to begin that search in earnest. For existing couples and collaborators, hash out any differences and harmonize. Relationships evolve because the people in them are constantly growing and changing. In the midst of all this dynamic duo energy, the stars focus on you. On November 4th, the year's only Taurus full moon shines its beams directly on your solo endeavors. It's the culmination of independent efforts you started near your birthday and specifically at the April 26th Taurus new moon. This assertive moment pushes you to voice your truth unapologetically. If you've been hiding your light, come out and share it. You might get a surge of confidence to start following a new path, one that's a better fit for the person you've become. Major epiphanies could arrive on November 11th, when structured Saturn and liberated Uranus form their third of three rare and harmonious trines. The last two alignments were on December 24, 2016, and May 19, 2017. Events sparked at these dates will have a bold third act today, which could transform a major part of your identity. These planets are very different polar opposites, in fact. And they don't usually play well together. But because of this cooperative angle, there's a rare opportunity to harmonize their contrasting agendas. Can we fight for progress while still honoring tradition? This mashup of rule-making Saturn and rule-breaking Uranus could get interesting. For your sign, deep emotions might rise to the surface as turbulent Uranus in your 12th house of hidden feelings trines repressive Saturn in your intimate 8th house. Your feelings, perhaps ones you've pushed down for a long time, can surge into an epic tidal wave. From joy to anger to lust to envy, you could swing wildly today. Or you could hear news that takes you by surprise and has you seeing things from a totally different path. You may feel simultaneously controlling and out of control, not sure whether to grip harder or just let it all come crashing down. Things probably aren't as dramatic as they seem in your head, but you could be caught off guard by a curveball from shock jock Uranus. At this final Saturn-Uranus trine, a relationship could progress swiftly into tangible form, perhaps manifesting in a proposal or a pregnancy. This cosmic coupling may also impact your finances and health. You might receive an inheritance or another major windfall, such as a real estate sale or bonus. If you've been dealing with health issues, this trine could bring an innovative new treatment or an opportunity to be part of a cutting-edge clinical trial. If you've struggled with an addictive pattern, you might be able to quit cold turkey or enter a recovery program. Being vulnerable and open to change, a shift from the steadfast Taurus way, could be your path to long-term stability. You might need to remind yourself of this on November 19th, when hot-headed Mars and turbulent Pluto lock into an intense square. With rash Mars in your micromanaging 6th house and Pluto in your 9th house of excess, you could be overwhelmed by a work project. Maybe you've bitten off more than you can chew, and your pride is stopping you from asking for help. Perhaps the people on Team Taurus are simply not coming through. Should you go on a firing spree? What's your tendency to be a know-it-all? Maybe you are right, Taurus, but rubbing someone's nose in it won't win you points. Team dynamics start improving on November 22nd, when foggy Neptune ends a retrograde that began on June 16th. Some of those flaky and unreliable people could start coming through again. Or you'll start serendipitously attracting more appropriate players. A friendship that's been adrift might pick up speed again. Ready for a timeout? On November 21st, the Sun moves into Sagittarius and your private 8th house for a month. Hang the Do Not Disturb sign and hunker down. You may have to wrap up a project that requires your full, focused attention. Or maybe that project is the kind that happens under dimmed lights and sexy ambience with one special soul. The 8th house rules sex and emotional bonding, something your sensual sign is always up for. Warning, you may be moody or sensitive for the next 4 weeks, so choose your company wisely. Anyone who drains you should be kept at arm's length. Save your best energy for people and conversations that feed your soul. Advertisement: continue reading below for love and romance. It's a lovely month for love. With the Sun visiting Scorpio and your partnership house until November 21st, your closest bonds are energized. You'll feel a surge of confidence if you're entering the dating game. That will be sweetened by romantic Venus, which joins El Sol from November 7th to December 1st. Hang up the mistletoe a little early this year. With magnetic Venus in your long-term relationship zone, single bulls are more prone to attracting long-term prospects. For couples, this can be a time of sweet synergy and quality time. If you've been out of sync, Harmonizer Venus will help you get back in tune with each other. One of the month's best dates for love arrives on November 13th, when Venus and Jupiter, known as the benefics for their helpful and positive traits, unite in Scorpio. With romantic Venus and worldly Jupiter linked, you could meet someone wildly different from your usual type, perhaps from another culture or country. Tear up that checklist and keep an open mind. Travel might spice up the action, no matter what your relationship status. Watch for a hypercritical streak when rash Mars moves into Libra and your analytical 6th house from October 22nd to December 9th. The urge to micromanage your mate could strike, as you blur the line between helpful and know-it-all. The road to hell is definitely paved with good intentions. Even though your sign loves to provide, you could get in over your head now. Save the holiday giving for a worthy cause that doesn't involve your partner. This perfectionistic Mars transit can bring out a picky and demanding streak. You could start hyper-focusing on your love interest's flaws or your own. Step away from the mirror and look deeper. What's got you so anxious and stressed? Don't deflect by making it about that slightly weird way someone chews their food, for example, or feel like you have to look flawless for every date. Relax, Taurus. Take off the snap filters and just be yourself. That's where real connection will come from. The opportunity days are November 5th. Communicate. The Mercury moves into your intimate 8th house, turning your thoughts and conversations to more complex emotional matters. You could reveal feelings you've kept hidden or share a secret desire with a sexual partner. November 11th. The year's second Saturn-Uranus trine, the first was May 19th, cranks the emotional energy up to epic levels. You could have a major breakthrough around sex or intimacy, or you might have a huge, air-clearing fight. Either way, you'll know where you stand after it's all out in the open. Avoid situations and people who actively push your buttons today. But maybe it's time to put your big person pants on and face this simmering conflict instead of continuing to dodge it. November 13th, Venus-Jupiter meetup. A meetup of the two benefics in your relationship house could bring a love breakthrough. You might meet a soulmate or feel sparks flying with someone from a different culture or background. Keep an open mind. Love could arrive in an interesting package today. November 15th, Venus-Neptune trine. You may meet someone socially or virtually that has real relationship potential. A party, especially one for a humanitarian cause, is a great place to connect today. Online dating is especially favorable and could lead to a legit match. Couples will benefit from doing something glamorous or playing matchmaker for a friend. Hello, sexy karma points. November 18th. Commitments get a fresh start thanks to this page-turning new moon in your partnership house. Set intentions for manifesting the kind of love and connection you desire, whether it's with your current mate or someone new. The challenge days are November 4th. You could act rashly or make a knee-jerk move simply because you don't know where you stand. Surprising information can be revealed, disrupting stability in your love life. Subconscious fears or old baggage can cause you to act in compulsive or controlling ways. The money and career. Behold the power of two. The Scorpio sun is beaming through your 7th house of interdependence, heating up partnerships of all kinds until November 21st. Cooperation can quickly lead to co-creation under these harmonious skies. Join forces with someone whose skills complement your own, and let the synergy flow. Vying for a promotion or a new position? Practice your pitch or refine your interview techniques with a friend or colleague. Be open to honest feedback and try not to get defensive. You don't have to agree with their input, but the least you can do is listen to it. You could hit a major professional goal early on this month, when the year's only full moon in Taurus rocks the skies on November 4th. With La Luna shining the spotlight on your first house of self, you sense your life's purpose could get a cosmic reboot. Since full moons can signify endings, you could leave a job or part ways with a client that no longer aligns with your ideals. Whether you quickly land a new gig or take a sabbatical to pursue your passions, there will be no denying the potency of these self-affirming moonbeams. Don't be stubborn about starting over, bull. If you're feeling fear or anxiety about your new direction, embrace the curiosity of a beginner's mind instead. Your security-seeking sign might just benefit from a little bit of calculated risk-taking. Meanwhile, passionate Mars is blazing through Libra and your efficient 6th house all month, making you run like a well-oiled machine as you knock off those items from your mounting to-do list. Start chugging along and you'll gain momentum during this task-driven cycle. Ramp up productivity even more by getting your home and office in order. A little life-changing magic of tidying up, perhaps? Opportunity days are November 4th. The only full moon of the year in your sign could bring a huge coming-out moment, as the spotlight shines with extra intensity on your personal passions and projects. November 5th. Clever Mercury will spend the rest of the year in your strategic 8th house of shared resources, wealth and joint ventures. Look for ways to pool your time, talent and connections and create mutually beneficial projects and win-win scenarios. November 11th. Don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle happens. You may feel ready to throw in the towel or take a shortcut, but your steadfast, clear vision will be rewarded. Keep your eyes on the prize and don't let a setback or slowdown take you out of the game. Today, your success is a result of divine assistance and your own determination. Have you been obsessing over what's in it for you? Turn the tables and give to someone else to get the karmic balance flowing again. November 18th. The new moon in your partnership house could bring exciting opportunities to team up, sign a contract or sign on with an agent, advisor or a broker. November 22nd. Hazy Neptune ends a 5-month retrograde in your team and technology house, clearing out the bad apples and helping you be more assertive in all group endeavors. The challenge days are November 19th. Aggravator Mars in your micromanaging 6th house battles intense Pluto in your risk-taking sector. You're holding on too tightly to control or trying to force an outcome. Stick with your mission, but remember that the universe may have a better plan or at least a few helpful hints. While you shouldn't gamble, a little faith and trust may be the magic and missing ingredients. This what we have for you here this month. Thank you for following and watching. And I would like to invite you to like and subscribe to my channel so that you can receive the latest postings. I'll see you there in December. Have a good month.